welcome. I am Grace, and it is a profound pleasure to have you join me for this inaugural session of our brand new series, Navigating the Trinity Politeness Code and High-Level Social Strategy. For those of you who have been travelling the American path with Sloan, you have already begun to master the art of the front line. You have learned the value of executive velocity, the power of the downward hammer, and the sheer, unrelenting force of the linear code. Sloan is a master of the high-stakes environment where results are demanded in seconds and where the most direct voice often wins the day. Her insights into the TOEFL and the American boardroom are peerless. If you have followed her lead, you are already miles ahead of the competition. But today, we return to the source of global diplomacy. We return to the ancient cobbled streets of London and the hushed corridors of the British elite. At Trinity English Scholar, we understand that while New York demands your attention through sheer volume, London requires your presence through calibrated stillness. If Sloan taught you how to break down the door, I am here to teach you why you were invited to the room in the first place. High-level networking and social strategy are not about having the loudest voice in the room. They are about having the most sophisticated one. We are moving away from the frontier culture and entering the imperial code, where influence is wielded through subtext, etiquette, and the art of the subtle gesture. In this territory, politeness is not a sign of weakness or a prison of hesitation. It is a highly evolved weapon of influence. It is the language of the gatekeeper. Welcome to a world where what is left unsaid is far more powerful than what is shouted from the rooftops. Welcome to the refined path of the global scholar. As we begin this journey, it is essential to acknowledge the bridge between our two paths. Many of you are currently preparing for the TOEFL, and Sloan has given you the linguistic X-ray to dominate that exam. However, the path to a truly global career does not end with a test score. It begins when you walk into a private club in Mayfair or a high-stakes negotiation in the City of London. This is where the Trinity Politeness Code becomes your primary operating system. While the American path is about linearity, the British path is about layers. In this series, we will decode the social strategy required to navigate the most exclusive circles on the planet. We will discuss how to position yourself as an insider before you even speak your first sentence. This is about more than just British English. It is about elite English. It is a specific dialect of power that relies on irony, understatement, and a deep understanding of social hierarchy. If you approach these circles with the American hammer, you will be viewed as a tourist, effective perhaps, but ultimately an outsider. But if you master the code, you become a peer. You gain access to the long game where the real decisions are made over tea or a silent walk through a garden. We are here to ensure that your transition from a high-scoring student to a high-level social operator is seamless. We are going to deconstruct the protocol of power that has governed international diplomacy for centuries. You are not just learning a language, you are inheriting a legacy of influence. As we move forward, keep Sloan's lessons in your mind as your foundation, but prepare to add the soft power that only the Trinity Code can provide. This is the art of being unforgettable without ever raising your voice. This is the strategy of the elite, and it starts here. In this first episode, we are laying the groundwork for what it means to truly network at the highest levels. Forget everything you know about business cards and elevator pitches. Those are the tools of the desperate. In the Trinity Code, we do not pitch, we place. We place ideas, we place value, and we place ourselves within a pre-existing social fabric. This requires a level of patience and observation that is rare in the modern world. We will explore why the British elite value the quiet room and how you can use that silence to your advantage. We will discuss the social X-ray, the ability to see the hidden power dynamics in any room. This is the first step in your social strategy, understanding that every interaction is a move on a global chessboard. You are a scholar of the world, and that means you must be a master of its codes. Whether you are aiming for a position at a top-tier university or a seat at a multinational board, the rules are the same. You must demonstrate that you are safe. In elite circles, safe does not mean boring. It means you understand the nuances. It means you can be trusted with sensitive information and high-stakes relationships. By the end of this series, you will not just speak English with grace, you will speak it with authority. You will have the argumentative edge of the American path, tempered by the social sophistication of the Trinity Code. This is the dual threat identity that defines the most successful people in the world. So sit back, breathe deeply, and prepare to enter the world of soft power. The gatekeepers are watching, and they are looking for someone who speaks their language. Not the language of the dictionary, but the language of the code. I am Grace, and I am honoured to lead you through these hallowed halls. Let us begin the audit of your social presence and start building the version of you that the world of high-level networking is waiting to meet. Now that we have established our presence in London, let us perform what I call the social X-ray. This is the foundational skill of the Trinity Politeness Code, and it is the primary reason why many brilliant international scholars find themselves glass-ceilinged in British circles. In the American path, Sloane taught you to look for the bottom line. In London, we look for the underline. The British elite rarely say exactly what they mean. Instead, they wrap their true intent in layers of linguistic cotton wool. To the untrained ear, this sounds like kindness, or perhaps even indecision. But to the social operator, it is a precise map of power. For example, when a high-level contact says, "That is a very brave suggestion," a student might think they are being complimented for their courage. In reality, the social X-ray reveals that they have just been told their idea is reckless, ill-considered, and likely to fail. Understanding this subtext is the difference between being invited back to the club or being quietly erased from the guest list. High-level networking is not about the data you present, it is about your ability to read the temperature of the room without a thermometer. You must learn to listen for the linguistic lag, the space between what is asked and how it is answered. In this scene, we are going to deconstruct the Trinity number. Unlike the American no, which is a wall, the British no is a fog. It is a series of phrases like, "I'm not entirely sure," or "perhaps we could revisit this later." If you push against this fog with American aggression, you will look unrefined. If you stop and pivot with grace, you show that you have mastered the code. We are training your brain to stop translating words and start translating intent. This is the first step towards social strategy, realizing that the dictionary is your enemy in a room full of veterans. The social X-ray also extends to your own output. In high-level networking, you must master the art of the understatement. In the US, you are encouraged to sell yourself. In the Trinity Code, if you have to sell yourself, you have already lost your value. The goal is to be discovered, not promoted. This requires a psychological shift. You must learn to speak about your greatest achievements as if they were happy accidents or minor hobbies. If you have just closed a $10 million deal, you don't call it a massive victory. You call it a rather productive afternoon. This low-key dominance is the hallmark of the British elite. It signals that you are so accustomed to success that it no longer excites you. This creates an aura of mystery and high status that draws people toward you. When you are at a networking event in a Mayfair gallery, people aren't looking for the person with the most impressive resume. They are looking for the person who seems the least desperate for their attention. This is the pull factor of social strategy. By using the social X-ray, you identify who the real power players are. Often they are the quietest people in the room, and you mirror their restraint. We are going to audit your self-presentation to ensure you aren't leaking high-effort energy. In the world of the Trinity Code, the more effort you appear to be making, the lower your status becomes. We want you to project effortless authority. This means trimming your sentences, removing the self-congratulatory adjectives, and letting your presence do the heavy lifting. This is how you navigate the social landscape of the 1%. You aren't just a guest, you are a puzzle they want to solve. You are the person who understands the subtext of the room and reflects it back with a knowing smile. This is the power of the X-ray. Finally, we must apply the X-ray to the concept of polite interrogation. In high-level social strategy, you will often find yourself being vetted through casual conversation. An elite gatekeeper will ask you about your favourite travel destination or your thoughts on a recent exhibition. They are not interested in the travel or the art. They are using the social X-ray to see if you possess the cultural fluency of their world. They are looking for class signifiers in your vocabulary. At Trinity English Scholar, we teach you how to pass this audit with flying colours. We give you the elite vocabulary that signals you belong in the room. This isn't about snobbery, it is about social cohesion. The elite want to know that you can handle the pressure of high-level environments without breaking the politeness code. When you answer these questions, your strategy should be sophisticated reciprocity. You give a high-value answer, then you ask a question that allows the gatekeeper to demonstrate their own status. This creates a status loop that binds you to them. You are no longer an outsider looking in. You are a peer reinforcing the boundaries of the circle. By the end of this scene, you will see every social interaction as a data stream. You will see the hidden hierarchies, the subtle dismissals, and the quiet invitations. You will no longer be confused by British vagueness. Instead, you will see it as the sophisticated tool it is, and you will begin to use it yourself. This is how you move from the periphery of high society to its very centre. The social X-ray is your key to the city. Use it to observe, use it to calibrate, and use it to win. The refined path is not just about being polite, it is about being the most perceptive person in the room. This is your evolution. Let us move our pieces further down the board. Networking in the Trinity Code is not a sprint. It is a grandmaster chess match played over seasons, not seconds. In the American path, networking is transactional. You give a card, you get a lead. In London, networking is relational architecture. It is the slow, deliberate building of a fortress of trust. This fortress is built on 3 pillars: pedigree, performance, and protocol. While you may not have been born into the British aristocracy, you can adopt the protocol of pedigree. This is a specific way of carrying yourself that signals you understand the unwritten rules. It starts with the way you enter a room. A social operator never scans the room for important people. That is the behaviour of a seeker. Instead, you enter as if you are already expected. You find the host, you offer a calibrated greeting, not too eager, not too cold, and you wait for the room to come to you. This is stationary networking. By staying in one place and engaging deeply with one person, you create a gravity well that attracts others. In this scene, we will discuss the double introduction strategy. This is where you never introduce yourself. You always find a way to have someone else validate your presence. This is the most powerful move in high-level social strategy. It bypasses the stranger filter and places you immediately into the inner circle. We will also audit your follow-up protocol. In the US, you might send a LinkedIn message the next morning. In the Trinity Code, that is too fast. You wait 48 hours and you send a note of substance. A brief, elegant reference to a shared intellectual point. This shows that you weren't just networking, you were connecting. It shows that you have the patience to play the long game. The second move in this chess match is the information exchange. In high-level circles, people do not talk about work immediately. They talk about interests, history, art, or travel. This is the social buffer. If you jump straight to business, you reveal yourself as a merchant, and in the Trinity Code, the merchant is always a tier below the scholar. You must demonstrate breadth of mind. This is why we focus so heavily on the Trinity English style. It is a language that allows you to pivot from a discussion on 18th century architecture to the future of AI, without breaking your stride. This versatility is your greatest asset in networking. It proves that you are a peer who can be taken anywhere, from a hunt in the countryside to a gala at the V&A. We are going to practice the curiosity lead. This is a technique where you ask questions that allow the other person to demonstrate their expertise, while you provide high-value anchors that signal your own. You are not an interviewer, you are a conversationalist. The goal of this chess match is not to win a deal, but to secure a seat at the next table. Every interaction should end with an open loop, a reason to meet again that feels natural and non-pressured. This is the soft close. It is the opposite of the American hard close. By the time you actually discuss business, the trust is so high that the deal is already done. This is how the global elite operate. They don't sign contracts with strangers, they sign them with friends they have vetted through the Trinity Code. We are here to make sure you are the most vetted person in the room. You are playing the long game now, and the board is tilted in your favour because you know the rules that others don't even realise exist. To master this scene, you must also understand the concept of social debt. In the American path, favours are often traded quickly. In the Trinity Code, a favour is a long-term investment. When you provide value to a member of the elite, whether it is a piece of rare information or a high-level introduction, you do not ask for anything in return immediately. You let the debt mature. This is the invisible ledger of the British elite. The more people who owe you social debt, the more powerful you become. However, the protocol dictates that you must never mention the debt. You must act as if the favour was a natural extension of your friendship. This is the ultimate test of your social strategy. It requires a level of restraint that most people simply do not possess. But for the Trinity English scholar, this restraint is our greatest strength. We are building a network that is not based on leads, but on loyalty. We are moving away from the loud, crowded marketplace and into the quiet, exclusive drawing rooms where the real power resides. In these rooms, your voice must remain calm, your logic must remain sharp, and your protocol must remain flawless. You are moving pieces on a board that spans continents and generations. This is the protocol of pedigree. It is the art of being high status without ever being arrogant. It is the ability to navigate any social environment with the confidence of a person who knows exactly where they stand. By the end of this session, you will no longer be networking. You will be architecting your social future. The pieces are in place. The board is set. It is your move. Let us address the physical sound of your social strategy. While Sloan emphasises the downward hammer to drive home points in a boardroom, the Trinity Code utilises what I call the RP anchor. Received pronunciation is not merely about an accent or sounding posh. It is about a specific frequency of calm. It is the stillness of power. In high-level networking, your voice must never sound hurried, breathy, or reactionary. A hurried voice signals that you are under pressure, that you are a subordinate, or that you are desperate to be heard. But when you speak with a calibrated cadence, you signal that you are in no rush because you already own the psychological territory of the conversation. The RP anchor requires you to elongate your vowels slightly and treat your consonants with a crisp, light touch. We are moving away from the drum beat of American English and toward the cello of the British elite. I want you to audit your pitch. High-pitched voices are often associated with excitement or anxiety, both of which are low status markers in Mayfair. We want you to speak from the lower register of your natural range. This creates a vibration of trust and stability. When you speak, imagine your words are sinking into the floor rather than floating toward the ceiling. This is how you anchor a room. You become the gravity center of the social circle. People will lean in to hear you, not because you are loud, but because your voice carries the weight of certainty. In the Trinity Code, the person who speaks the least often has the most to say, but when they do speak, the acoustic authority of their voice ensures that every word is treated as a command. This is the sound of influence. Mastering the RP anchor also requires you to embrace the refined pause. In the American path, silence can feel like a lapse in momentum. In London, silence is a decorative element. It is used to frame a thought, to signal a transition, or to invite the other person to fill the space with their own thoughts. A social operator uses the pause to maintain emotional distance. If you react too quickly to a question, you appear eager to please. A fatal flaw in high-level strategy. By pausing for a fraction of a second before you respond, you show that you are processing rather than reacting. You are the one evaluating the information, not the one being evaluated by it. This subtle shift in timing changes the entire power dynamic of the interaction. We will also focus on glottal control. In casual English, we often swallow our words or use vocal fry. In the Trinity Code, every syllable is a deliberate choice. Your T's should be clean, your R's should be understated, and your H's should be present but never forced. This level of phonetic precision signals high-level grooming. It tells the gatekeepers that you have the discipline to master the fine details. This is especially critical during the TOEFL speaking section if you are aiming for a perfect score. The grader isn't just listening for grammar, they are listening for the Polish of your delivery. If you sound like an elite diplomat, they will grade you like one. The RP anchor is your vocal signature. It is the tool that allows you to remain understated while remaining undeniable. Practice speaking your point A and point B with this anchored resonance. Feel the stillness. Command the air. As we conclude this inaugural session of the Trinity Politeness Code, I want you to internalize the gatekeeper's secret. The most exclusive circles in the world are not closed because they are elitist. They are closed because they are protective. The people inside these rooms are looking for one thing: social safety. They want to know that if they invite you into their network, you will not disrupt the delicate fabric of their protocol. They are looking for the code. They are asking themselves, does this person understand the rules we don't write down? Your success in 2026 depends on your ability to answer that question with a silent yes. You have now begun the process of stripping away the student identity and adopting the operator identity. You understand that politeness is your strategy and subtext is your language. You are no longer just an international scholar, you are a peer in the making. Between now and our next session, I have a challenge for you. I want you to observe a power silence. In your next professional interaction, do not be the one to fill the gap. Let the silence hang for 3 seconds. Observe how the other person reacts. If they rush to fill it, they are low status. If they remain calm with you, they are your equal. This is the first practical application of your social strategy. You are testing the room. You are using the social X-ray. You are playing the long game. The gate is not locked. It is simply waiting for someone who knows how to knock. This refined path is about the alchemy of influence. You are combining the argumentative edge of the American path with the social sophistication of the Trinity Code. This makes you a dual threat in the global market. You can be the freight train when needed, and you can be the diplomat when the situation requires a finer touch. This versatility is what makes you a Trinity English scholar. We are not just teaching you to pass the TOEFL, we are teaching you to pass the vibe check of the global elite. As you go about your week, remember that your voice is your most valuable asset, and your protocol is your most powerful weapon. Treat every interaction as a chance to practice your RP anchor and your low-key dominance. Do not be in a hurry to be noticed. Be in a hurry to be right. I am Grace, and it has been an honour to guide you through these first steps of your social evolution. In our next episode, we will dive deeper into the social chessboard and discuss how to handle high-level conflict without ever breaking your smile. The world of soft power is vast, and you have only just begun to explore its depths. Keep your logic sharp, your presence anchored, and your grace absolute. The gate is open. I look forward to seeing you in the next session, where we will further refine your social architecture and prepare you for the highest levels of global achievement. The code is logic, the art is grace, the territory is yours to claim. Until we meet again, remain understated, remain observant, and above all, remain a scholar of the code. Good evening.